Today is day 24 of Inktober 2025. Hello, precious friends. Welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brenda Campbell. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. If you're already a friend, thank you for returning. I'll be your guide as we go through the 8 steps of the Magical Zentangle Method of drawing. This is a practice, one that allows us to slow ourselves down and be present in this moment. It's a practice that allows us to focus on one stroke at a time. And it provides lots of other benefits, too many to name here, but I will say this is a practice that can change your life because it has changed mine. And that's why I say it's magical. I hope you'll include a little Zentangle in your routine, and I am honored to be part of your journey. I am participating in the Inktober challenge, and I mentioned already today is day 24. I've already posted a short video, which you'll see a link at the end here of this one. In the introduction video, if you will, I talk about Inktober's origins. I'll tell you who Jake Parker is and how it became an annual Zentangle challenge. My approach this year is a little different because I am combining 2 Inktober lists. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, find a comfy spot, and relax as we draw our 24th Inktober tile. So we are drawing on a black 3Z tile today. The 3Z tile, remember, is Zentangle's triangle-shaped tile. It measures about 3.5 inches or 8.89 centimeters on each side. I'm going to be drawing with a Sakura Jelly Roll 08 pen. I also have a white chalk pencil and a tortillon for blending out the chalk. So let's go ahead, clear our space, and we'll get ready to begin with step 1, gratitude and appreciation. In this step, we're going to begin with a few deep breaths, and then we're going to do a little reflecting as we focus on our breath and try to think of something we're grateful for. So let's begin with a big breath in and a slow breath out. And another big breath in, getting tall as we inhale. And relax everything down as we exhale. And now just sit with your breath. Pay attention to it. Just notice it. With every exhale, try to settle in a little more into this moment. Now think of something that makes you smile. Because if you're smiling, I'm sure you can be grateful. And once you have it, hold on to it and pay attention to how you feel. How does gratitude feel? As we draw today, if you reach a point where you're just not sure what comes next, or perhaps your lines are not cooperating, they're going where they want instead of where you want, it's okay. Just stop yourself. Take a big breath in and out. Remember that feeling of gratitude and then you'll be ready to begin again. And that, sweet friends, is all there is to step 1, gratitude and appreciation. Step 2 are corner dots. And we are going to put a dot in each corner of our tile. Step 3 is a border. We are going to connect our dots to create our border. Step 4 is a string. And this string today is going to be very simple. I am going to draw a line down that parallels one of the sides and then goes across with the other. So I've basically just done an aura with my pencil of 2 sides of our triangle. So now I'm going to get my Jelly Roll pen out, and we are going to begin with our tangle. Now, today's tangle is called Letterish. It is by Jody Genovese, CZT, and she named it this because it kind of looks, well, letterish when it's done. You'll see what I mean here in a moment. Now, the Inktober prompt from Jake's list today is Rowdy. So I am going to try to represent Rowdy with our Letterish tangle, and I guess I'll talk you through it as we go, and hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. So, step 5 are the tangles. We are going to begin drawing Letterish. So, Letterish begins with some sort of framework, if you will, or architecture. So, I am going to draw using my white ink right next to my pencil, my pencil string line. And that is just this V shape that we began with. Then from there, I am going to draw some straight lines out that kind of angle up or down. Okay. And this is really random, so you don't have to stress about it too much. And then I'm going to draw lines that go the other direction to close off some of these longer areas. Now, you don't have to close off the ends, and I'm leaving mine open for now. Okay, so I have lots of different, I'll call them blocks in here. And I am going to start. Now, Letterish, really all you're going to do is we're going to add some designs to some of these spaces. And I'm going to go ahead and start. Let's start with this little space right here. It's kind of a squarish angled piece here. And I'm going to draw something that looks a little bit like the tangle fescue, a line with a knob on the end of it. And that's all I'm going to put in that little space there. And then I guess I want to close that off and make that another space. So this, let's put something in this smaller shape here too. And you could simply aura around the shape and then fill it in with solid ink. That's okay too. And then I think I am going to, I guess I'm going to come up here to this top one. And I'm going to put another one of these little fescue or music note shapes. I'm not sure what to call them. It comes in from the bottom. And then I'm going to kind of round off the corner here of this one. And then maybe I'll do the same thing here. And I'm going to leave that other corner the way it is. I'm not going to add anything to that. Okay, so then let's take and put a long shape in this one, and then another different shape next to it. Then here, I want to draw a circle, and I'm going to fill that in. Then I'm going to kind of round the corners of this one too. Okay, now here, let's see. I really like these shapes in this pattern. So we'll do another one of those. Then we'll do another one over here. Then I'll go ahead and round off these corners. I'll round off these corners too. Okay, and in case you hadn't figured it out yet, what I'm trying to do is make some of these look like the letters that spell rowdy. So I have R-O-W, and then I've got to do a D. Could do that here. Let me round off that. And then just a little rounding here. And then we can do what we want with the spaces we have left here. I'm just kind of going over some of these areas that were a little scratchy the first time. So let's say I like That one is starting to look too much like a letter. Silly. I know. Can't help it. Okay, so just to help with identifying the letters for Rowdy, I'm going to add dots in the ones that I want to be actual letters. So there's the R. There's the O. W. D. Y. Rowdy. I have been called Rowdy, especially back when I was young. Now, I do want to add a tangle to this to give us some contrast. So this tangle is kind of a heavy tangle with a lot of ink in it. So I am going to offset that with the tangle Eek. And Eek, if you are not familiar with it, is just spirals. So I'm going to put a border of spirals, or the tangle Eek, not spirals, loops. And I'm putting that on one side of my Tangle Letterish. And the reason I did that was because now it kind of looks like a spiral notebook to hold our Rowdy Letterish. Okay, that's all there is to step 5, our tangles for today. So I'm now picking up my white chalk pencil again. And I am going to do just a little bit of white chalk on our letters, the ones we want to have as real letters. Okay, that's my first thing with the white chalk. And then just blending that out lightly with my tortillon. Not even to the whole thing, just where I have it there, just to give it a little bit of contrast, a little bit of a way to stand out. Hopefully it makes it a little easier to see those letters. Then I want to blend out my string line here around my Eek. So I'm just using circular motions to pull that away from the line of our pattern, Letterish, and into the tangle Eek. And then, just because, I might as well blend out the rest of my string line here underneath. And I don't know if that really gives us any grounding or not, but it's all good. Okay, so that's all we're going to do for step 6, the shading. There's not a lot to have to do, especially when you're using a black tile. And for step 7, initial and sign, I'm picking up my Jelly Roll pen again. And I am going to be rowdy and flip my little tangle. And we're going to put I'm going to put my chop right here. If you don't have a chop, don't worry, you can just put your initials on the front. Okay, so remember this ink does take a moment to dry, so I'm gonna give it just a little bit. It doesn't take too long. Then I'm gonna sign it on the back. I always date it, but I date it off camera. Then I'm gonna make a note that this is for day 24 of Inktober 2025. And another little wave to dry off our ink. And then we flip it over again. And step 8 is simply to appreciate again. So this is where we stop and take a moment. We kind of look at what we've drawn. We appreciate our little tile that we drew. We appreciate, more importantly, the time that you took today for yourselves to be mindful, to bring yourself into this moment. That is always a good thing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing a little time with me today. And I will remind you, as always, till next time, be you and be happy.